Our story begins in the countryside of France, where we meet a rat named Remy, living with his colony in a small village. But Remy isn't like the others. He has a rare gift, an incredible sense of taste and smell. His brother Emile loves this talent, but Remy's father doesn't. He believes rats should eat whatever trash they find, not sniff, not judge, just survive. One day his father picks up a rotten apple to eat, but Remy smells it first and realizes it's laced with rat poison. He saves his father's life, and from that moment, Remy is assigned as the poison inspector for the entire colony. Now every rat must let Remy check their food before eating. Remy hates this job. He wants real food, fresh ingredients, flavors, not garbage. He tells his dad they should sneak into kitchens and taste real food. But his dad warns him, stay away from kitchens, stay away from humans. Remy doesn't listen. Every night he secretly slips into a house and watches his hero Gusto, the most famous chef in Paris. Remy dreams of becoming a chef too. He watches Gusto's cooking shows, learns recipes, understands flavors, and soon begins creating dishes of his own. The next day, Remy returns with Emile to steal herbs and ingredients to craft his very own special dish. Just then, the TV in the house announces tragic news. Chef Gusto has died. A harsh food critic, Anton Ego, once gave Gusto's restaurant a bad review. The restaurant lost a star, and Gusto could never recover from the heartbreak. Remy is crushed. Before he can react, the old lady who owns the house spots Remy and Emile. She grabs her shotgun and opens fire. Emile panics and runs toward the roof where the nest is. The lady fires there too, and the entire ceiling collapses. The rat colony flees in chaos. The lady attacks with full force, determined to kill every rat. The colony escapes by boat, but Remy, trying to save Gusto's cookbook, is left behind. He floats through the sewers alone, separated from his family. Days pass. No one returns for him. He reads Gusto's book for comfort, and soon, his imagination brings Gusto himself to life. A vision, a guide, a mentor in his mind. Gusto tells him, let go of the past. Look forward. Go above. There is a world waiting for you. Remy follows his voice, climbs out of the drains, and sees something breathtaking. He's in Paris, and right ahead of him stands Gusto's restaurant. Inside the kitchen, chefs are busy cooking. At that same moment, a young boy named Alfredo Linguini arrives, the son of Gusto's former girlfriend Renata, who has passed away. He brings a letter from his mother, asking for a job. Head chef Skinner refuses, but another cook accidentally offers him work, confusing Skinner. The supervisor quickly explains, we needed a garbage boy, so we hired him. Skinner smirks, satisfied that Linguini has been placed in the lowest role. But destiny is just about to begin. Linguini begins his new job, but nerves get the best of him. He accidentally knocks over a pot of soup, and in panic, tries to remake it so no one notices. But he doesn't know how to cook. He randomly throws vegetables in, hoping for the best. Up above, Remy is watching everything. He's horrified. Linguini is ruining the dish, and no one in the kitchen even notices. Remy tells the vision of Gusto, you have to do something. This is your restaurant. But Gusto replies, I'm only a part of your imagination. You must act. Right then, Remy slips and falls into the kitchen. Dodging chefs and cleavers, he races toward the soup and starts fixing it. A little spice here, a touch of herb there. In seconds, the soup becomes delicious. But Linguini sees him. Before Remy can escape, Linguini traps him in a basket. Moments later, Chef Skinner walks in and sees Linguini with the soup. He's furious, until the waiter serves the dish to a customer. The verdict, they love it. Skinner is shocked. He can't fire Linguini now. He has to make him a cook. Meanwhile, Remy slips out of the basket, but Skinner spots him and chaos erupts. Cooks chase the rat everywhere until Linguini finally catches him, locking him inside a jar. Skinner orders him to throw the rat into the river. If customers ever saw a rat here, the restaurant would shut down. So Linguini carries Remy to the water, but he can't do it. He knows Remy made that soup. He knows Remy can cook, and he can't. Confused but hopeful, he speaks softly. I can't cook, you can. If we work together, we could do this again. He opens the jar. Remy hesitates, then runs. Linguini's heart sinks. It's over. But then, Remy returns. A tiny gesture, a massive decision. Linguini smiles with relief and takes him home. They fall asleep, two unlikely partners. By morning, Remy has already prepared breakfast. Linguini is amazed. They eat, then leave for the restaurant. Partners now. Linguini hides Remy under his shirt as they enter the kitchen. Skinner immediately orders him to remake the same soup. Linguini tries, but he's clueless. Remy begins guiding him by biting his arms, pulling them where they need to go. It works, but it hurts. Both start fighting in frustration. So Linguini carries Remy to the pantry and says, this isn't going to work. We need a better way, one without pain. Suddenly Skinner enters. Panic. Linguini hides Remy inside his chef hat. As they leave, Linguini almost bumps into a waiter, but Remy tugs his hair from inside the hat, steering him away. Confused, Linguini rushes to the restroom and asks, how did you do that? Remy demonstrates, pulling his hair like strings of a puppet, controlling his arms and movement perfectly. A realization hits them both. This is how they will cook together. They go home and practice day and and night, and at last the coordination clicks. A rat and a human, moving as one. Cooking begins for real now. The next day, Linguini recreates the same soup perfectly, and no one has a clue that Remy is hidden in his hat, secretly controlling him. But Chef Skinner warns him, if you want to work here, you must cook more than soup. So Colette steps in to train him fast, sharp, disciplined. She shows him how to move quickly, organize his station, keep everything clean, and survive the chaos of a real French kitchen. Meanwhile, Skinner checks his mail in his office. Among the envelopes is a letter, written by Linguini's mother, Renata. When he reads it, his face turns pale. It reveals that Linguini is Gusteau's son. Panicked, he calls in his lawyer, Talon. Talon explains that Gusteau's will states, if no heir comes forward within 2 years of his death, the restaurant becomes Chef Skinner's. Skinner nods, but now there is an heir. He suspects Linguini is plotting to take the restaurant from him, but Talon reassures him, he's just a nobody. I'll run a DNA test. We'll prove he's not Gusteau's son. For now, the threat is contained, or so Skinner thinks. The next day, a customer compliments the soup, but says, we want something new, something exciting. Orders keep requesting Linguini's new dish, which frustrates Skinner. He comes up with a plan to ruin him. He orders Linguini to cook Gusteau's worst dish, ratatouille. Colette helps him, but Remy realizes the recipe is wrong, so he changes it, adds flavors, twists, balance. Colette is furious, but when the dish reaches the diners, they love it. Soon, more orders for the special dish flood the kitchen. Skinner is stunned and furious. He drags Linguini into his office to interrogate him. By now, Remy is outside eating scraps, resting, unnoticed. Skinner offers wine, hoping to loosen Linguini's tongue. How are you cooking like this? Who's helping you? But Linguini gives him nothing. Outside, Remy hears familiar voices. He follows the sound. It's Emile. They reunite joyfully, and Remy sneaks him food from the kitchen. Emile begs him to return to the colony. Dad and everyone will be so happy to see you. But Remy refuses. He has a dream now. A kitchen, a friend, a future. He wants to help Linguini. Emile reminds him softly. Family comes first. Remy hesitates, then agrees to visit. He returns to the colony. His father and the others celebrate his arrival. Joy everywhere. His father says, we made many poison inspectors while you were gone. None as good as you. But Remy replies gently, I can't stay. I have a friend now. A life there. Humans aren't what you think they are. He wants to change the world, not hide from it. His father takes him outside to a shop filled with rat traps and poisons. Remy freezes with fear. His father tells him, when a rat gets too close to humans, they kill him. This is the world. Only family protects family. But Remy stands firm. Nature can change, and if it must change, someone has to start it. And with that, he walks away toward his dream. By morning, Remy reaches the restaurant again, where he finds Linguini passed out on the floor, a result of last night's way too much wine. Just then, Colette arrives. To avoid suspicion, Remy quickly pulls Linguini's hair from underneath the hat and controls him like a puppet. But Linguini doesn't respond to Colette's questions. He just stands there silently, lifeless. Colette feels betrayed. I taught you everything, she says, furious. I believed you were special, but I guess I was wrong. Still no answer, so she punches him hard. Linguini finally wakes up. Colette, holding back tears, tells him she only trained him because she wanted him to succeed, not for her own benefit. She turns to leave, but Linguini stops her and confesses everything. I can't cook. I'm nothing without you. When I added those extra spices, that wasn't me. She doesn't believe him, so he finally decides to tell her the truth. I've been getting help from someone very small. He lifts his hat to reveal Remy, but the rat pushes Linguini forward in panic, and Colette accidentally kisses him. Awkward, unexpected, but magical. Meanwhile, we cut to the legendary food critic Anton Ego. His assistant Minion informs him that Gusteau's restaurant is rising in popularity once again. Ego is stunned. He thought the place would fall apart after Gusteau's death. Across town, Skinner receives DNA results from Talon, and the truth hits him like lightning. Linguini is Gusteau's son. Skinner panics. He can't fire the boy, people might investigate, and the world will learn that Linguini is the true heir. Talon reassures him quietly. No one needs to know. We keep this silent. But destiny has its own plans. Colette and Linguini begin spending more time together. They enjoy Paris. Linguini's hat slips off, and Remy falls out. People scream at the sight of a rat and try to kill him. Remy runs for his life, diving into the sewers below. In that dark moment, he realizes something heartbreaking. No matter how good he cooks, the world will only ever see a rat. When Remy returns to the restaurant, he finds Emile and a group of rats eating scraps in the kitchen. Frustrated but loyal, Remy goes to steal food for them, but the storage room is locked. He sneaks into Skinner's office to grab the key, and there, inside a cabinet, he discovers Gusteau's will. He reads it, and everything becomes clear. Linguini is Gusteau's son. He is the rightful owner of the restaurant. Remy is overjoyed, but suddenly Skinner walks in and spots him. Remy grabs the will and escapes through pipes and vents. Skinner chases desperately, but the rat is too fast. Remy returns with the document. At the same time, Skinner enters the office, only to find Colette and Linguini already reading Gusteau's will. The truth is out. Linguini is Gusteau's heir. The restaurant belongs to him. him. Skinner is fired on the spot. Linguini and Remy rejoice, move into a new home together, and a new chapter begins. Linguini's success begins to burn inside Skinner. He grows suspicious, convinced that a rat is involved somehow. So he secretly calls the health inspector, reporting a rat problem in Gusteau's kitchen. The inspector says he's busy and will come in a few days. Meanwhile, the very next day, reporters swarm Linguini, asking for the secret behind his sudden rise. Remy expects Linguini to tell the truth, that he is the reason behind every dish. But instead, Linguini smiles and says, "I'm Gusteau's son. Cooking is in my blood, and Colette inspires me." Remy feels betrayed. Angry, he pulls Linguini's hair aggressively during the interview, embarrassing him. Just then, Anton Ego arrives, the feared food critic, the same one who broke Gusteau. He calmly tells Linguini, "I will return tomorrow with great expectations. Pray your food lives up to them," and he leaves. Linguini panics. He storms outside and snaps at Remy. "Why did you sabotage me out there?" Frustrated and overwhelmed, he throws Remy out of the restaurant. "I am not your puppet. You stay here. Cool your head." Skinner watches all this from the shadows, and now he knows the truth. The rat is the real chef. Remy is furious too. That night, he leads his father and the entire colony into the food storage room. They raid it, stealing everything they can. Meanwhile, Linguini regrets pushing Remy away. He returns to the restaurant quietly, searching for him. The other rats hide instantly. Remy steps forward. Linguini admits he needs him. "I don't want to lose you. So much has changed so fast. I'm Gusteau's son. I have to prove myself, and I can't do it without you." He apologizes, realizing he forgot the truth. Remy made him who he is. But then he sees dozens of rats inside the kitchen, eating, stealing. He feels betrayed too. "You brought them here." His voice breaks, not with anger, but hurt. "I trusted you." He drives them all out, including Remy. "If you ever return, I'll treat you the way the world treats rats." Remy is shattered. He leaves, whispering to his father, "You were right. We're just rats." The next day, Ego's visit hangs over Linguini like a storm. He fears Ego will demand something new, something he can't cook. Suddenly, the waiter rushes in. Ego is here. Outside, Remy watches from afar, heartbroken. Emile arrives, hungry, digging through trash, but there's a trap set by Skinner. Remy saves Emile, but gets caught himself. Skinner locks Remy in his car, determined to stop him from helping Linguini. Inside the restaurant, the waiter approaches Anton Ego. The critic says calmly, "I've heard your chef creates genius, so I want something new, something not on the menu." Other customers do the same. Everyone wants the special dish. Panic spreads. Chefs crowd around Linguini, asking for recipes, but he breaks down. "I don't know how to make it. It was an accident." He retreats to his office, terrified. Tomorrow could make him a legend or destroy him. Meanwhile, Emile and Remy's father are searching for him. They spot Skinner's car and drop a rock onto the trunk, forcing it open. Remy is freed from the cage, and he sprints back toward the restaurant. When he enters, every chef attacks on sight. He's still a rat, but Linguini runs in and stops them. He thanks Remy for coming back, then finally tells everyone the truth. "I don't know how to cook. Every special dish you tasted was his. This rat has been inside my hat all along, and he's the real chef." Nobody believes him. They think he's lost his mind. One by one, the entire kitchen staff quits, even Colette. Linguini breaks down in disappointment. Meanwhile, Colette, riding away, sees Gusteau's book, Anyone Can Cook, and she remembers why she believed in Linguini in the first place. Remy is lost too, until his father arrives, apologizing. He finally understands Remy's dream, and the colony rallies behind him. Just then, the health inspector arrives. He sees the swarm of rats, but Remy's father orders a team to capture him, locking him away. Together, they clean the kitchen spotless. Remy assigns every rat a role: slicing, stirring, seasoning, plating. The rat brigade is ready. Linguini returns, sees everything, and finally smiles. Tonight, they cook. He becomes the waiter, racing through the dining room with dishes in hand. Colette returns too, shocked but amazed. She asks, "What will the rat cook for Ego?" Remy presents his choice: ratatouille, a poor farmer's dish, simple but powerful. Colette begins making it, but Remy stops her. He will make it his way. He cooks with precision, memory, love, and within minutes, the dish is complete. Linguini serves it to Anton Ego. The critic takes a bite, and everything stops. Suddenly, he is a child again, standing in his childhood home, his mother placing warm ratatouille on his plate. Comfort, love, home. He eats every last bite. Skinner rushes into the kitchen, furious, but the rats catch him too, locking him with the health inspector. Later, Ego invites Linguini to thank him, but Linguini reveals, "I was just the waiter tonight. Someone else cooked for you." Ego demands to meet the chef, so Colette tells him to wait until the restaurant closes. After hours, Ego finally meets Remy. At first, he thinks it's a joke, but when Remy cooks for him live, Ego understands. Gusteau was right. Not everyone can become a great artist, but a great artist can come from anywhere. The next day, Ego publishes a glowing review. He calls Remy the finest chef in France and promises to return again. But the health inspector shuts Gusteau's restaurant down. Rats were seen inside. Still, Linguini doesn't break. He opens a new place, Restaurant Ratatouille. Here, Linguini, Colette, and Remy work side by side. The colony lives happily in the attic. Customers fill every table, and Remy, at last, becomes the chef he was always meant to be. If you want more stories like this, smash that like button, subscribe, and drop your next movie in the comments.